again, we thank the people of Australia for appreciating the strong people-to-people ties as manifested through their government and our government. And in this way, we also wish to convey to the Deputy Prime Minister our thanks and our hopes for a stronger convergence, a stronger partnership. And we wish not only to be upholders of norms, but enforcers of right conduct and the appropriate way of conducting international relations between countries in the Indo-Pacific and in other areas where our common and shared values may permeate. So thank you very much, DPM Marles, Richard, for your visit. And we look forward to seeing meat put into the skeletons that, or the frames that we have. Skeleton is the wrong term. Please don't quote me and don't diss me on it. The framework that we have put in today, and I'm sure that as our chiefs of defense forces are working together, our people down the line in both the department level and the armed forces level are working very hard. We are very happy, and we need to give a shout out to our people in uniform and their civilian complement for a wonderful job that they have been doing so far. This relationship actually and these statements of intent are also byproducts of the strong working arrangements that we've had down the line. And so it is synergistic in this sense, and we hope to see this bear fruit in the future in a more robust manner. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now take questions from the media. First is Mikhail Flores from Reuters.
Hi, good afternoon to both Deputy PM Marles and Secretary Teodoro. Right here, SND. Here.
Oh.
Okay. Shortly before your meeting today, the Philippine Armed Forces last night reported with concern a swarm of Chinese Coast Guard and other vessels around or near Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. How alarming are these activities in your view? And we hope to get statements from both of you on these recent development, and also grateful if we can get your view on, given these developments, these escalatory activities of China from the South China Sea up to the Southern Pacific. How would you view the U.S., where both of you are key security partners? How reliable is the U.S. nowadays as a security partner in this part of the world? Thank you.
Well, first, the activities of China in any area, whether in the Sierra Madre or any area under their nebulous claims, are a matter not only of concern but of condemnation, because these are in gross violations of international law, and actually it is a product of a false narrative. I've even seen some social media posts saying that they are the progenitors of certain areas in the Philippines. So their disinformation is as disgusting as their activities. And we need to stand up to this. And secondly, what was the other question? What was your follow-up question on the?
On the reliability of the U.S. as a trading partner, and particularly in the context of, I understand your first meeting between the two of you was in November 2024, and President Trump was just elected and hasn't assumed office yet. So we're wondering if we can take stock of.
Well, insofar as the Philippines is concerned, based on our recent visit to Washington, and based on the working arrangements on the Squad, the trilateral, the bilateral basis, as you've seen in Balikatan, the security relationship is very strong. What we cannot control are the unilateral activities of China. Hence, the need for deterring China and giving the strong message that their activities will not be tolerated by the international community and not only us, because these are in gross violations of international law. And no matter how they answer, the fact is they are answering for the benefit of their own people and not the world, because the world cannot be presumed to be unthinking so as to accept hook, line, and sinker what they are saying.
Perhaps to start where Gilberto finished, America is absolutely a reliable partner, and we, as we've been talking today about the work that we are doing bilaterally, we instinctively are talking also about how we combine that work with the cooperation that we both have with the United States. And the United States plays a profoundly important role around the world, obviously, but in this region. And the United States is a reliable partner. And from an Australian point of view, our alliance with the United States is as significant today as it has ever been. I'd want to say in response to the first part of your question, what underpins the cooperation between Australia and the Philippines is that we are both countries which are deeply invested in the rules-based order. And we are both countries which seek to work to uphold that order. And we both acknowledge and are experiencing the pressure that the rules-based order is being placed under here in the Indo-Pacific. Now, we work really closely with the Philippines in terms of asserting the rules-based order in the South China Sea and the West Philippine Sea. And that's really important for us to jointly do. We understand that in that work, there will be an interaction between defence forces. What we expect in that moment is that those interactions are done in a safe and in a professional manner. And we do have concerns about those standards not having been met in this instance.
Up next, we have Brian Castillo of TV5 Network.
So, good afternoon, Secretary DPM. My question is, what role does the Australia-Philippines alliance play in terms of countering or deterring aggressions in the West Philippine Sea?
Go ahead.
Well, in a sense, it's the answer I just gave. Like the work that we do together as two countries which seek to assert the rules-based order is fundamentally important in seeing that the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea